What's going on, guys? Back again with an updated Cyber Dragon profile. I don't usually do two together so closely like this, but with the banhammer swinging, I really thought it was needed because a lot's going to get shaken up, not so much with our build directly, but the meta, which does affect how we build our decks. I like to do 20 test matches online, so take it with a grain of salt because not everyone's the greatest online. But I went 20-0 actually. One you could consider a tie because it was 1-1 and he rage quit. So 19-0-1, which I never thought I would do that ever. So then I decided to just go until I lost. Ironically, I lost number 21 to Guru Control. In those 20 wins though, there's 3 Thunder Dragons. One of them did not play the Guard Dragons, and he did not know what he was doing, but there was 2 Crusadia Thunder, 2 Pendulums, 2 Gurus, the one of which I lost, 2 True Dracos, 3 Salamangrate, 2 Sky Strikers, Necros, some anti-meta stun, and a few other decks tossed in there. I think there was an ABC and a Magical Musketeer. So before we get started, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I really mean that this time. I talked to a couple people in the group with my new idea. Hand testing has been absolutely amazing, and I plan on doing extensive online testing, but you are not going to want to miss it. So if you want to see the spiciest Cyber Dragon build of the year, hit that subscribe button so that you get notified as soon as I get it done. Without further ado, here we go. Triple Cyber Dragons, pretty standard. Alternate art's the best art, plain and simple. Triple Core, it searches your cyber spells and traps. You can banish it from your grave, and remember, if you have a target and you banish it for Naster, then that's a free +2. Banish from your grave, summon Naster, summon your Rampage, your Infinity, your Zeeg, whatever. It's your machine dupe target. If you open Core and dupe, if you're playing the VFD variant, you can make VFD. You would search Rev System, dupe, and then you make your River Stormer search Anchor Drill. Then link off into your Platinum gadget, Rev back and OG, special summon your Anchor Drill, and make them both level 9s for VFD. In this build, if I open Core Dupe, after you dupe, you link it, or you search your Overflow, you link it off for All Mirage, then you make your Nova, bring back any Cyber Dragon, it doesn't matter, make Infinity, contact for Mega Fleet, and set Overflow. So Core Dupe, you get a pop 2 with negate on board, and you can't get contacted from it, which is nice. Triple Hurts, don't really use the make it a level 5 option too much, but it's nice and it's there. It's just recurring Core and Naster. You play 3, it's just absolutely amazing. Foolish Burial, you dump it and get Core and Naster out of your grave, or you get an OG to your hand, you make your Repair Plant live that way. It's really important. You can dump this and any card that you want with Rampage's effect, and then activate it and get whatever card that was that you dumped with it. The Monster Reborn in the deck, bring back any machine with 2100 attack or defense, so Cyber Twins, Chimera Tech Rampage, Zeeger, Original, Nova, Infinity. Really important, really good, it's absolutely amazing. You can block its effect if Karibo's in the graveyard by on-field negation, like a Frog Blade, an Effect Veiler, Widow Anchor type card. It's great in the grind game or the OTK. And say you make Rampage and you dump this, mill it for the effect, and then you had another level 5 on board, so you XZ's Rampage and that 5 into Nova. Then Nova detach Rampage to special summon Naster from the grave. Naster's effect brings Rampage right back. Just the one fear. It's a level 4, great link fodder, free body, chain blocking, gets that extra body on board, which the Seeger Rampage OTKs is really easy. Any Cyber Dragon, Fear, and Overload, you're dealing 12,000 if they can't stop it. I really think at 1 it's super important. Yes, it chain blocks Ash for Core also. Probably my least favorite reason to have it. Just being a level 4, and making OTKs easier and the free body on board. It's just really, really important. Double Galaxy Soldiers, level 5 light machine that fills your graves, summons itself, and searches itself. It's basically Galaxy Cyber Soldier. Would have been a better name for it, I think. Double Pankratops, 2600 beat stick that special summons itself. You can special summon it, pop a card, and then summon your Cyber Dragon, or if they have 2 monsters, summon your Cyber Dragon, then special summon it, since it's if they have more monsters. But you can pick and choose when to pop, unlike Twin Twisters where you pretty much have to shotgun it and play it right away. Or just, I guess you don't have to play it at all, but then you just wait for a floodgate or something and then you do it. But Pankratops, you summon it and then you have the beater on board and you can just attack them and beat them down. That I did last format with Orcus and kind of forced their summoning of Dingear, so in other cards force it early and then go away with my plays and contact them. I had him in my last list. It was the Spice, and I really think it's pretty good now and it will become staple again. I really, really think that this format. There's Pendulum, there's Sky Striker, there's Thunder Dragon. Crusadia, it's pretty meh. Crusadia Thunder, though, this card hits better than Lancia in my opinion. And we still have Salamangrate searches more and draws more now that Gazelle is at 1. Some Orcus variants, it actually hits pretty good. Nekroz, the Mirror, and it hits True Draco and Guru Control. It really just gets our bad matchups really good, and it's still good in a lot of other. And it's really good versus a lot of Rogue. So triple Droll and Lockbird. In my test matches, this was easily the best card in the deck. Just absolutely won games and shut people down right away, and then they couldn't do much. Especially like True Draco where they draw so much, and you know they're going to get at least one Solemn Judgment out with all their drawing and searching. So hit them with Droll right away, and you prevent that card from hitting the board sometimes. Still very good, still very versatile. Double Ash Blossoms. I play 2. I have 8 hand traps total, which I think is plenty. And you never want to open 2. Best way to do that would be play 1, but then you're not going to see it, so I play 2. And I see it plenty, I see it enough. And you don't really want to top deck a hand trap either, so I like 8 totals. Triple Emergency, searching any Cyber Dragon monster or Cyber Eltanin from your deck. If the activation's negated, you can discard a card, add it back to your hand, or if you have 2, you can just play the next one since the activation's negated. Really important. Double Repair Plant, search any light machine. More importantly, I can't emphasize this enough, with 3 machine dupes in your deck, 1 is inherently a brick. Except we have cards like this where if you have 3 Cyber Dragons engraved, use both effects, Shuffle and OG, back into your deck so you can at least get 1 Cyber Dragon off of Machine Dupe, so it's not a dead card. It just becomes a free level 5 monster then, or possibly 2. I've resolved 3 dupe in a game multiple times. I resolved 2 in 1 turn, getting out 2 off of it both times because of the second effect of Cyber Repair Plant. And All Mirage makes it just so easy to go to get out like your Infinity or your Overflow and everything now with your core, because you can search other cards because you know Repair Plant's going to be live. I love it as an extender, and I think that the protection effect is overlooked a lot of the time. Core, or keep in mind, Hertz and Rev System, they do not target. Your opponent has to respond to the activation before you target anything, before you say what you're reviving or adding to your hand. But like it makes Nashter a +1. It's essentially a reborn for your Infinity then. You've reborn Nashter effect, reborn Infinity, and like I said, if they try and Widow Anchor your Nashter and you have Karibo in the grave, you just chain that to it then and remove their target. So I really, really like 2. Searchable, on your opponent's turn you can summon Rampage, pop their cards when he's summoned. Quick effect, use it in the battle phase after everything else attacked. I love making Cyber Twin with it. It shuffles back your cards from your banished or your field or whatever into your deck, again making your machine duplication live, making sure you're not running bricks in the deck, just keeps everything going good. Say you have the cards on board to do it and you summon your core and they try to do an on-board negation, kind of like how Karibo works with Nashter, like a Veiler or Impermanence on your core. You can chain your Cyberload Fusion and get rid of your core, shuffle it back into your deck. They lost their target, so you still get your search off of core. I'm not a fan of Levianeer because it conflicts with other cards I really like. Double Overload Fusions, it's a win button. If you can burn your opponent through any of their negates and disruptions and have Overload, it's just really, really good versus a lot of decks. I personally just love it, and like I said, making Nova with Rampage and then specialing Nashter back to get your Rampage back is just really, really good. It's, to an extent, it's a win button, but it's also an extender now because of Nashter. Triple Machine Dupes, you gotta play 3. It's one of the best cards in the deck. It's amazing. Repair and Cyberload keep it live and not bricky, so... Foolish, I'm at over 40 cards, I'm at 42, so I've thought about cutting it, because it's why run a consistency card if you're over 40, but it's so much more than that. It's sending your Hers to get whatever you need from your grave to your hand, or getting a card to your hand. It's making your Repair Plant live right away without using up your normal summon and linking it off. It's send your core and then you can banish it to special summon whatever from your deck. It's really, really versatile, and it's so much more than just a consistency card. Resource management, I went with Cosmics over Twin Twisters because we don't have these 1 and 2 card combos like a lot of the decks do. 1,000 life points is nothing to give up, but you also banish it. So like Pendulums, they don't go to the extra deck, they get banished if you hit a scale. True Draco, you don't trigger any of their effects. Just things like that. It does suck only getting 1 instead of 2, but it's still a quick play. It still gets rid of them, and like I said, banishing is better than destroying by far. And keeping your, both of them are +0s. I mean, Twisters can be a +1 if you pitch Hearse for it, but otherwise they're both break-even cards. And I just really like to keep that extra card in my hand for my combos and to attack my opponent. So two Cyclones. Also does not target. It's searchable. If they have to respond to it again, you don't say how many you're banishing, you don't target what you're banishing, you don't target cards on their field until resolution. So I really think, and if they destroy it, say, especially if they like Twister it, you can chain to it, and now it's going to get destroyed, and you pop their field, and then you also get to search out Cyber Spell or Trap. And I like to search Cyber Load a lot of the time because you just made it live. I'm going to be ordering them very soon here. I was waiting, slightly late. They're starting to creep back up in price. These are okay as a budget alternative, but I would suggest Impermanence over them. It can't get called by the grave. Talking about Impermanence, use it on your turn to turn off Colossus. It's not bad if it's a 6th card, like your first draw going second, because you can play it on your turn, unlike Effect Veiler. And going first, you gain the column effect, so that's really, really good. Probably one of the best hand traps. And Permanence and Veiler both dodge chain blocking. I am going to side my 3 Veilers, so if I play combo heavy decks that chain block a lot, Crusadia Thunder, triple Veiler, triple Impermanence with them, and probably 3 Drolls. Stop their drawing outright, and then just negate stuff on the field and not be able to get chain blocked. The extra deck, 1 Cyber Twin, like I said, Cyber Load target, and I've actually had people, one person who Solemn Warninged or Judgmented my Nova when I summoned it, so I brought out Cyber Twin and then attacked him for game, so he didn't like that. But another tech card that I've really liked, Eternity, kind of situational, but it's Cyber Dragon Monster, so it's easy to get out off Cyber Load with your banish cards. It's just 2 machines and Cyber Dragon Monster, and it actually won me 2 games playing it. The one time because of its effect not being able to get targeted or destroyed because of Fusion Engrave, and the other time because I already used Twin. They had 2,700 attack left when I used Cyber Load, so they must have did something to Nova, I don't remember exactly, and I brought out Twin, and they survived, but then I Cyber Loaded and they did 2,700 attack points left, so Cyber Eternity, or no, it was when they're banished, the baby Cyber Dragons are not Cyber Dragons, so it's harder to get twin out, unless I usually use one on field and one banished OG more often than not. But since it's Cyber Dragon Monster, I was able to bring out Eternity and attack for 28 when they had 21. Double Rampage, 2 overloads, that way both of them are live. Also one off a Cyber load possibly. Milling your Hearse and whatever else to get it back to your hand, especially if you didn't normal summon mill core with hers. Fuel your overflow. Say you have 2 engrave and overflow, and it's like, well, I can pop 2 with this, or you overload, summon him. It's like, well, now you have none, but then you dump 2 to the grave anyway and set your overflow for the same effect, but now you have the extra body on board and potentially an infinity because it's a level 5. Contact fusions, double Mega Fleet and 1 Fortress. Orcust is by no means dead whatsoever, but I don't think it's going to be a top 3 or 4 deck anymore, so I'm going back to 1 Fortress for space, 1 Nova, and as of right now, at least double Infinities. Came up once in my 21 matches, but with Master being able to bring Nova back, I think Infinity's the better card to play 2 of. If I need a new tech card or something, I thought about cutting 1 for Cliffort Genius or just a generic Link 2 with 2 down arrows. But for now, that's what I'm going with because it worked. I want to get some more in-life testing before I make that call. Might drop one of them for Cliffort and 1 Pleiades. Going first, just like versus Orcust or Salads, bouncing their normal summon can really mess with them, especially with the hits that they took. And getting out those 2 turn 1 with possibly overflow set, it's a good enough board. I'm not playing VFD at the moment, just personal try not to. Really big fan, used it a handful of times, double Zeegers. Just not really sure how to convince you guys on it. It's definitely a preference call, but I'd say try it and see what happens. See if you like it, see if it fits your style. But I absolutely loved playing 2. 1 Lin Karibo. May end up cutting this even. I really like that it's the protecting Naxter from the on-field targeting, and I did use it just to negate, like to make a monster's attack 0 when they attack. It did come up a few times, I did use it, so I'll cut the second Infinity before Karibo. But if I need 2 spots, it's Infinity and Karibo are the first 2 I'm going to cut. Still waiting on it, but will be an Almirage. I was skeptical in Pure, and after playing, I am now a very firm believer. I thought it was for just them awkward hands with core pass basically, but I used it so much and it was so key and came in so clutch. I'd say at least 1 game out of every match I went into it, and it's just really good. Really try it, play it, and get used to it. If I summon my Hers or Naxter, I still usually go to Karibo just to get it into the grave as soon as possible, but Almirage is just, I'm a firm believer that before I said yes, play it, consistency card, now I say yes, play it, because it is just a very good card. Hope you guys like it. Hope I explained everything well enough for why I chose what I did. Come find the Facebook group, one of the better groups on Facebook. You don't get trolled as much. We keep the crap to a minimum. We're all pretty good to each other and very helpful. Like I said, hit the subscribe button because I have a video that you are not going to want to miss. Hope you guys enjoyed.